Hey guys, it's Maria.
This is Tim.
Today is Friday, April the 13th, 2018. Welcome to Friday Night Live with the Pulse.
So we're going to do a little things different tonight. We're not going to talk about stock symbols. We're just going to talk about the market in general, tell a couple stories, keep it short, enjoy the weekend. One of the stories I got asked recently to retell, and I said, well, let me just video it because I tell it, it seems so often in the room. But let's get it on video. Is Tim's casino story. Back in, God, it was the 80s, Splash Casino, Tunica, Mississippi. And I walked in with like $300, which back in the 80s was just like a fuck ton of money to me. So I go in, I'm playing blackjack, never been in a casino before. I'm up $990. I am the best blackjack player on the planet. There is not a better blackjack player anywhere in Tunica, Vegas, or anywhere. Like I am the king. My $330 or $300 is now $1290. So I was kicking ass. And my uncle said, hey, nephew, it's time to go. He took me there. And I said, man, let me make this $10 more. And he said, all right. So I threw down a $10 bet, lost it. And I said, well, let me just bet 20. No big deal. Lost it. Now I'm down 30, right? So I'm at 960. So this is, let me just bet 40. I just need $40 to get out of here. I kept losing. Doubled down. Anyway, about 8 or 9 hands later, I had gave up all the money I had won. And a couple hands after that, I had lost everything I walked in with. Just chasing that $10. So, we tell it a lot in the room, just because the trade's up, $285, hey, don't go for 300. If the chart's not saying it's there, it's not there. And in that situation, I should have walked out of that casino. And that probably taught me a good lesson because if I had won that money, I'd probably just went back over and over and lost, ended up losing a lot more than I did. So it was a good lesson. Chasing that $10 cost me $990 and the 300 I walked in with. So as traders, that's one of the things that I don't like to see people just like, man, I'm almost up 500 for the day. Hey man, $480 is a good day. Walk, get out of here. Go to Starbucks, take a walk, get out. You've had a good day. Or, we have traders that's up 1900 and change just going for that 2000. Listen, don't put a number on it. Just call your day good and walk out. And, one of the things we've been talking about a lot is 2017 and 2018 trading is completely different. Last year we had very little volatility. You just buy NVIDIA, hold it, keep going. Sky's the limit. Now you're having big $8 or $9 swings, sometimes NVIDIA, maybe even more. And not just NVIDIA, but, Amazon and everything. So it's really a completely different market. We have volatility now where we keep saying it. You're one tweet away, one headline away from, a couple percent drop. The market's very shaky right now. It's holding up pretty good for as shaky as it is, but doesn't take much to push it over the edge and to start dropping. That McCabe report today, as far as I'm concerned, that's where the drop really started. I thought we were kind of heading green for the day there for a little while across everything. So one little headline and boom, we start selling off. Now, Maria got a short on the Qs for us. I'm thankful for, but a completely different market. And you should never stop learning and realizing that those markets are different. Look at it like a football game, right? The New England Patriots are playing the New York Jets. You never know what play the other team's going to do. You can best guess it, but you're never going to 100% dial it in. The market is just like a football game or a basketball game. You're playing offense, you're playing defense, you're trying to guess what the next move is. And you're not always going to be right. It's not a perfect sport. It's not a perfect job. We're going to have red days as traders. You can't help it. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad plays, bad calls, bad weeks. Sometimes I'll have, a bad couple weeks. It happens. But it's how you adjust to that and say, you know what, let me get back on this horse or maybe take a break, paper trade a little bit. But you can't just expect everything the way you traded in 2017 to work in 2018. You're playing a different team. You're playing a different, World Series. Maria, I know you talk about this in the room a lot as well. It's not the same year as last year.
Yeah. This is a theme that I've been noticing, especially over the past, let's say, several weeks, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, where we have I've had a lot of traders who have come to me and said, hey, I need help. The problem is that they're still trading this market like it was last year, and it's not last year anymore. The market is completely different. So what we have to do, and I know we've talked about it a little bit before too, our jobs as traders, or what our job is to make the best trades that we can with what we're given. So you have to give up I think it's going to do this, or I can do this because it worked last time, or this, that, and the other. That's not what we do as traders. What we do as traders is we trade our chart. We trade what the market gives us. So if what wasn't working last year isn't working this year, it's okay to change it up.
I couldn't agree more with that. And you say it all the time too. Cash is king. Cash is a position. So
Yep.
you don't have to go to bed with a bunch of positions. We have probably 10 to 12% of our money invested in stocks right now. Last time I seen the joint portfolio. And that's probably a little high for us. We like to, I mean, sometimes we'll get out there, where we're in 80-20, 80 cash, 20, maybe even a 70-30, rare situations. 90-10 is probably about where we like to, stay because we're scalpers. We'll play up, down, sideways, whatever. There's always something moving. And just like Netflix normally would have held those gains today going into ER on Monday. People would have been specking that, hey, it's going to gap Monday. I'll get out Monday. Netflix didn't even act right. Look at the banks today. Pretty good ERs. They failed. So you just can't tell. The market's a funny thing. You just have to adjust to it, adapt to it, and keep trading. But you have to keep learning, and that's the thing. Me and Maria are constantly watching videos, constantly looking at charts. I mean, after the market closes, we work another 6 hours preparing for the next day. Or as this situation, preparing for the next week, we'll probably put in 15 hours over the weekend just preparing for next week. What are the ERs? What do they mean to me? Have they ran yet? What did they do last quarter? Yada, yada, yada. You have to keep learning. You never stop. You don't just say, oh man, I made 10 green trades. I'm good. I've got this. I've got it all figured out.
No.
Trust me, you don't have it all figured out. Look at last Friday when everybody was short going into the weekend. I said Sunday night on the webinar, I said, man, that's a bad recipe. It'll probably green as fuck Monday just because everybody was short. Sure enough, Monday we just rocked. The shorts had to cover, and that's just the way it is. You can't predict it. If it was that easy just to say, oh my God, let's all be short, we'd all be rich, it's just not that easy. And usually the herd is wrong. So if everybody wants to be short, I'm usually going, maybe time to take some longs here. So you have to keep learning, and cash is king. Never be afraid to be in cash. Buy some stuff, sell it that day. You don't have to worry about those tweets. You don't have to worry about those Tomahawk missiles that may or may not go out this weekend.
Right.
So,
And just to kind of piggyback on the learning part, and that's another thing that I've run into more recently, not just in our room, but just across the board, is that especially newer traders that don't really have or have never really experienced volatility, they're feeling very frustrated right now because they can't just buy and hold. Now they actually have to learn charting. They have to learn support and resistance. They have to learn, at least a little bit of the fundamentals. They have to learn market dynamics, market structure, all of that fun stuff. They have to learn it. And I personally have been getting a lot of pushback here, and it baffles me. Like I don't get it because my thing is I don't understand how you can't spend your time learning it if you're putting your money into it. So just to kind of emphasize that learning part, you have to be willing to learn. This is not an easy profession. It's a very, very serious game. And in order to be successful for the long term, you have to invest the time that you need to learn what you need to learn to be able to trade any market that you're given.
that's a fact. One of the things that I got told today is like, man, I've only been trading 2 years, so I'm not ready for options. Man, the length of time you've been trading has nothing to do with whether you're ready for options. It's where you're at mentally. We do free trials usually every Friday. By the way, if anybody wants one, just hit us up, StockTwits, Twitter, or here. But I usually scan when somebody says, hey, give me a trial. I usually go look at their profile, see what they're trading. And we've had every now and then I'll get these guys that just hit up 20 different chat rooms in a week. Look, you're not going to be successful just bouncing from chat room to chat room to chat room. You're not finding you. You're trying to find somebody to hold your hand. That's
Right.
not a recipe for success. And I see that so often. And sometimes I don't even want to give them the trial. I do, but I know they're not going to sign up because they're never going to quit searching. They're going to search forever for that one person that's going to hold their hand, and they're not going to find it. That's not what rooms are
Right.
for. We're a community. We're a family. We look out for each other. But at the same time, we're not going to trade your account. And so, bouncing from room to room to room, it's just not, it's a good recipe for giving your money away.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a whole lot of legitimate rooms out there. Wall Street Jesus, phenomenal room. Love that guy. He's a legend. If you're going to trade options, you don't trade them with us. Do it with Wall Street
Go
Jesus.
there.
Maybe
Yeah.
check out the Nigerian, but some of these little, $40 discords that's going to make you rich, good luck. Good luck. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't go to them, so I don't know. But still, bouncing to 20 chat rooms for free trials every 3 days is not a recipe for success. Find somewhere. The biggest thing, it falls on you. It's not up to your chat moderator or anybody else. It falls on you. We can give you ideas. You got to buy and sell them. And that's, we have options flow in stocks, and we try to do the best we can with as many people as we can. And, definitely you have to keep studying. You have to keep learning, and you're not going to learn from 50 different chat rooms. You're going to be confused is what you're going to be.
Right. I agree with you 100%.
Other than that, I mean, that's really, I wanted to get off my chest this week.
Same here. So again, guys, volatility is back. Yay. If you're a scalper, you love it. If you're not a scalper, then it might be time to start learning a little bit more about scalping, or at least trying it out. If it's not for you, obviously you have to determine what style works best for you. But always remember, it doesn't matter what style your trading is, you do have to continue learning. You have to want to learn. You have to want to be able to do it for yourself. No one can push the buttons for you. You're the ones that you're the one that's pushing the button. We aren't. No one else is pushing the buy and sell button for you. In order to do it confidently, you have to put in the time to learn it. So don't stop learning. Understand that this year is different from last year. It's not the same market, and look at it as an opportunity to improve and grow in your trading.
I did want to touch on that too. If you don't want to be a scalper, which is fine because that's not for everybody, you may have to look longer term. I mean, we have a lot of people that just like to look 30 days out. And right now, looking 30 days out is very, very queasy on your stomach. So you may have to look 3 months out or 6 months out, and there again, that's up to you. Read all the headlines, understand what you're getting into. I like to go to bed as much cash as I can. That way I don't have to worry about headlines. Oh, we just bombed Syria. Okay. I hope nobody innocent got killed. That's my first thought. It's not, oh shit, my portfolio. Yeah. And Maria, I know we do give free trials, no credit cards, no DNA samples. Hit us up on StockTwits, Twitter, or here. If you ever have any questions or topics you want us to go over, StockTwits, Twitter, or here, just let us know. And really, that's all I have.
Awesome. That's all I have for you guys as well. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for us. We hope you have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.